my name is Gorecki, and my final speech is on Christopher Reeve. Buildings are being crushed to rubble, and cars are exploding all around as Lex Luthor wreaks havoc in the streets of Metropolis with his new weapon of destruction. Lois Lane is trapped in a single building, and Luthor is closing in on her. Building after building falls, and Lois has nowhere to run. Luthor grabs her by the throat and begins to threaten her over and over again. Just as he is about to kill her, boom! Superman bursts through the wall. An intense battle ensues between the Man of Steel and Lex Luthor's battlesuit. The fight rages on for countless minutes. Suddenly, Superman jumps onto his trusty steed, Buck, and begins to close on Lex Luthor. Jumping over car after car, Superman and Buck hunt the vigilante down. One more car between Superman and his nemesis, but suddenly, Superman is thrown from his horse and lands headfirst on the ground. Most would never think that this unfortunate event will lead to the end of the Man of Steel. But for Christopher Reeve, it was very real. Reeve, the actor who portrayed Superman in 1978, was paralyzed from the neck down in a horrible horseback riding incident. Reeve broke his first and second vertebrae and would be permanently stationed in a wheelchair. At first, he even suffered from ICU psychosis, muttering words that he would only say in his movies, and confusing movie life with reality. Upon learning that he may never be able to move any body part again, he even considered suicide. Christopher Reeve went through a life-changing experience, from being a popular actor who had it all, to a paralyzed lump that could not even move a single body part. However, while most would take this as a sort of excuse to give up and commit suicide, Reeve took a different approach. Chris is a strong and determined man who devoted his life to finding ways to help others who have experienced the same injury he has. After Reeve's terrible accident, he attended physical therapy at Kessler Rehabilitation Center in West Orange, New Jersey. While there, he worked with a Jamaican man who helped to figure out how to take a shower and work his wheelchair. Reeve, having no control over his hands or legs, would power his wheelchair by blowing into a straw. The next step was to see if Reeve could breathe without a respirator. In order to do this, he would need to have a vital capacity of 750 cc's, but Reeve couldn't even get 0. But after hard work and determination, Reeve worked his way up to 50 cc's, which inspired him to keep trying. On December 13th, 1955, Reeve could breathe for his own for 30 minutes. In his search for treatment, Reeve found himself in Israel, the country foremost in spine injury research. After Reeve's visit, researchers there said he inspired them to keep trying, and they also told him to never give up. Reeve became very active in his search to help others with spine disabilities. He appeared in the Academy Awards and gave a speech urging them to make more movies facing important issues head-on in the world. He hosted the Paralympics in Atlanta, Georgia, and traveled around the world making speeches about spine disabilities. In 1996, he narrated the film Without Pity, a film about abilities. His devout work continued as he co-founded the Reeve Irvine Research Center, now the leading spinal cord research center in the world. He then created the Christopher Reeve Foundation to speed up research funding and help improve the conditions of those in the state of disability. This foundation has contributed over $73.5 million to the research and well-being of disabled persons. In the 2000s, Reeve began to suffer from infections in his bone marrow. He managed to fight them off, but in October of 2004, he went into cardiac arrest and died at the age of 52. The doctors believe he had died from a reaction to antibiotics they gave him. Although Reeve's life was taken from him at an early age, he managed to prove a lot in his short lifetime. He showed the will and devotion to overcome his disability and then inspire others to do so as well. He contributed to many foundations and even opened up his own. He helped society by showing that anyone can overcome an obstacle, even if it is not being able to move any part of your body. Reeves exhibited characteristics of devotion, hope, strong will, and determination to overcome an extremely hard obstacle. We should all look at him and try to adopt some of the same methods to improve society.